Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to my world. Are you looking for something fun to fill a rainy day afternoon? Well, I have a great project for you. It's from Busy Mommy Media, and they have taken plain old salt and turned it into an amazing art project. And I'm going to show you how to do it right now. For this project, you'll need a paper plate or cookie sheet, black paper, glue in a squeezy bottle, salt, watercolors or food coloring, water and a paintbrush, and a small bowl. So I'm going to be using this plate, which is awesome, but it only allows me a small workspace. So I'm just going to cut my piece of paper so that it fits right in the center there. Then I'm going to take my glue and squeeze it into the shape and design that I want. Next, I'm going to take my table salt and I'm going to shake it very liberally all over. Now this is where that little small bowl comes in play. I'm just going to take my black paper and tip it and knock all the extra salt off. And then I'm going to pour this salt into my bowl. Then I'm going to take my paper, put it back on the plate, and I'm going to use this bowl and one more time shake the salt onto the glue just to make sure that I'm getting everything covered really well. And once again, repeat that process of dumping off the extra salt and pouring it into your bowl. If you're doing multiples of this, feel free to use all of this salt, but don't eat it. Once it's been put on the glue, it's no longer edible. Okay, this is my favorite part. You get to take these fabulous colors. Now, I have found personally what I like is to do the food coloring, because watch what happens. This is where it gets really, really fun. Gently drop your food coloring onto the salt. And look, watch how that starts to spread. Isn't that neat? So you can start putting drops of food coloring and watch it spread throughout your design. Ooh. Then you can put it all over. And what I really like to do is mix the colors. So I'm going to take this yellow and I'm going to put it next to the green, and you can watch what happens as the colors sort of start bleeding into one another. And I'll give a little blue over here. Now, if you don't have food coloring, or you don't feel like you want to allow your kids to use food coloring, which is understandable, you can use watercolor paints. Now, if you have liquid watercolors, it's going to be the same sort of effect as what I'm doing right here. But if you don't have liquid watercolors, what you're going to want to do is take your water and your paint palette, and you're really going to want to mix up the color. So I'm going to get a lot of water on here, and I'm really, really, really going to mix into that color so that I get lots and lots of watery color here. Because that's part of it, is you really, really want to make sure that you get water into this color. You want it to be a liquid. You don't want it to be stiff. And then you can come back with your paintbrush and gently touch the salt. Personally, this is not my favorite way of doing it. I really, really like using the eyedropper. But if you don't have it, this is another great way to color the salt. Now, once you've got all your paint on your salt, let it dry. And I would say let it dry for a good 4 or 5 hours, like the end of the day. And then you're going to come back and take your artwork And you're going to brush off all the excess paint and salt. And this is kind of fun to do too, and that tactile feel is really, really cool. It's very sensory. It kind of feels like sandpaper when it's left, when it's all done. Now this one was done, I did this one with primarily food coloring, and this one I did primarily using the watercolors. And you can see that these are a little bit lighter. The colors are a little lighter. Isn't that fun? Kind of knocking that all off of there. You can even save this salt, these colored salt pieces, if you wanted to use these to make like an aquarium bottom or something like that. You could glue those to your plate here, right? Just glue those to the plate and then you can make an aquarium, because doesn't that look like an aquarium bottom? That way you can use all the pieces from your art project. So there you can see the difference between the two. This is food coloring and this was watercolor paints. And there you have it. Now, isn't that super cool and super easy? So thank you so much, Busy Mommy Media, for that inspiration. And I think that the artwork itself, when it's all done, is not only is it beautiful, but it's fun because it's got this sort of tactile, sensory feel, which is really, really great for young ones. They get to explore all that, not only the mixture of the colors, but also the different feeling from the paper. For more great ideas, check us out at Sophie-World.com. And if you've got something that you would like to suggest to me for me to make into a video, make sure you leave that in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. For more great stuff, check us out, Sophie-World.com.